How do you do, Nora? How do you do? I'm afraid you don't recognize me. No, I don't think and yet I seem to... Why, Kristine! Is it really you? Yes, it's me. Kristine! Fancy not recognizing you again. But how was I to... How you've changed, Kristine? I dare say I have 9, 10 years. Is it so long since we last saw each other? Yes, it must be. Oh, believe me, these last 8 years have been such a happy time. And now you've come up to town too? All that long journey in wintertime? That took courage. I just arrived this morning on the steamer. To enjoy yourself over Christmas, of course. How lovely. Oh, we'll have such fun, you see.
Picture, smile for the picture. Pose with your brother, won't you be a good sister? Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't let them look through the curtains. DOLLHOUSE. I see things that nobody else sees.
Do take off your things if you wish, or you're not cold, are you? There now. Now, let's sit down here in comfort beside the stove. No. Here, you take the armchair, I'll take the other chair. Okay. Now you look a bit more like your old self again. It was just when I first saw you. But you are a little paler, Kristine, and perhaps a bit thinner. And much, much older, Nora. Yes, perhaps a little older. Very, very little. Not very much. Oh, what a thoughtless creature I am, sitting here chattering on like this. Dear sweet Kristine, can you forgive me? What do you mean, Nora? Poor Kristine. Of course. You're a widow now. Yes, my husband died 3 years ago. Oh, I remember now. I read about it in the papers. Oh, Kristine, believe me, I often thought at the time of writing to you, but I kept putting it off. Something always seemed to crop up. My dear Nora, I understand so well. No, it wasn't very nice of me, Kristine. Oh, you poor thing. What you must have gone through. And didn't he leave you anything? No. And no children? No. Absolutely nothing? Nothing at all. Not even a broken heart to grieve over. But Kristine, is that possible? Oh, sometimes it happens, Nora. So utterly alone. How terribly sad that must be for you. I have 3 lovely children. You can't see them for the moment because they're out with their nanny, but now you must tell me all about yourself. No, I want to hear about you. No, you start. I won't be selfish today. I must only think about your affairs today. Well, but there's just one thing I really must tell you. Have you heard about the great stroke of luck we've had in the last few days? No. What is it? What do you think? My husband has just been made bank manager. Your husband? How splendid! Isn't it tremendous? It's not a very steady way of making a living, you know, being a lawyer, especially if he refuses to take on anything that's the least bit shady, which of course is what Torvald does, and I think he's quite right. You can imagine how pleased we are. He starts at the bank straight after New Year, and he's getting a big salary with lots of commission. From now on, we'll be able to live quite differently. We'll do just what we want. Oh, Kristine, I'm so happy and relieved. I must say it's lovely to have plenty of money and not have to worry, isn't it? Yes, it must be nice to have enough at any rate. Not just enough, but pots and pots of money. Nora, haven't you learned any sense yet? At school, you used to be an awful spendthrift. Yes, Torvald says I still am. But little Nora isn't as stupid as everybody thinks. Oh, we haven't really been in a position where I could afford to spend a lot of money. We've both had to work. You too? Yes, odd jobs. Sewing, crochet work, embroidery, and things like that. And 1 or 2 other things besides. I suppose you know that Torvald left the ministry when we got married. There weren't any prospects of promotion in his department, and of course he needed to earn more money than he had before. But the first year he wore himself out completely. He had to take on all those kinds of extra jobs, and he found himself working all the hours of the day and night. But he couldn't go on like that, and he had become seriously ill. The doctor said it was essential for him to go south.
Yes, I believe you spent a whole year in Italy, didn't you?
That's right. It wasn't easy to get away, I can tell you. It was just after I had Ivor, but of course we had to go. Oh, it was an absolutely marvelous trip, and it saved Torvald's life. But it cost an awful lot of money, Kristine.
That I can well imagine.
$1,200. 4,800 crowns. That's a lot of money, Kristine.
Yes, but in such circumstances, one is very lucky if one has it.
Well, we got it from Daddy, you see.
That was it. It was just about then your father died, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes, Kristine, just about then. And do you know, I couldn't even go and look after him. Here I was expecting Ivor any day, and I also had poor Torvald, gravely ill, on my hands. Dear kind Daddy, I never saw him again. Kristine, that is the saddest thing that has ever happened to me in all my married life.
I know you were very fond of him, but after that you left for Italy?
Yes, we had the money then, and the doctor said it was urgent. We left a month later.
And your husband came back completely cured?
Fit as a fiddle.
But what about the doctor?
What do you mean?
I thought the maid said something about the gentleman who came at the same time as me being the doctor.
Yes, that was Dr. Rank, but this isn't a professional visit. He's our best friend, and he always looks in at least once a day. So, no, Torvald has never had a day of illness since. And the children are fit and healthy, and so am I. Oh God, isn't it marvelous to be alive and to be happy, Kristine? Oh, but I ought to be ashamed of myself. Here I go on talking about nothing but myself. Oh please, you mustn't be angry with me. Tell me, is it really true that you didn't love your husband? What made you marry him then?
My mother was still alive, but she was bedridden and helpless. And then I had my 2 younger brothers to look after as well. I didn't think I'd be justified in refusing him.
No, dare I say you were right. I suppose he was fairly wealthy then?
He was quite well off, I believe. But the business was shaky. When he died, it went all to pieces and there just wasn't anything left.
What then?
Well, I had to fend for myself. Opening a little shop, running a little school, anything I could turn my hand to. These past 3 years have been one long, relentless drudge. But now it's finished, Nora. My poor dear mother doesn't need me anymore. She's passed away. Nor the boys either. They're at work now. They can look after themselves.
What a relief you must find it.
No, Nora, just utterly empty. Nobody to live for anymore. That's why I couldn't stand it any longer being cut off up there. Surely it must have been a bit easier here to find something to occupy your mind. If only I could manage to find a steady job of some kind. In an office, perhaps?
But Kristine, that's so terribly exhausting, and you look so worn out before you even start. The best thing for you would be to take a little holiday on some quiet little resort.
I haven't any father I could fall back on for money, Nora.
Oh, please, you mustn't be angry with me.
My dear Nora, you mustn't be angry with me either. That's the worst thing about people in my position. They become so bitter. One has nobody to work for, yet one has to be on the lookout all the time. Life has to go on, and one start thinking only of oneself. Believe it or not, when you told me the good news about your step-up, I was pleased, not so much for your sake as for mine.
How do you mean? Ah, I see. You think Torvald might be able to do something for you?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought.
And so he shall, Kristine. Just leave things to me. I'll bring it up so cleverly. I'll think of something to put him in a good mood. Oh, I do so much want to help you.
It is awfully kind of you, Nora, offering to do all this for me, particularly in your case, where you haven't known much of trouble or hardship in your own life.
When I haven't known much?
Well, good heavens, a little bit of sewing to do and a few things like that. What a child you are, Nora.
I wouldn't be too sure of that if I were you.
Oh?
You're just like the rest of them.
You all think I'm useless when it comes to anything really serious. Come. You think I've never had anything much to contend with this hard world. Nora, dear, you've only just been telling me all the things you've had to put up with. They were just trivialities. I haven't told you about the really big thing. What big thing? What do you mean?
I know you rather tend to look down on me, Kristine, but you shouldn't, you know. You are proud of working so hard and so long for your mother.
I'm sure I don't look down on anybody, but it's true what you say. I am both proud and happy when I think of how I was able to make Mother's life a little easier towards the end.
And you are proud when you think of what you have done for your brothers, too.
I think I have every right to be.
I think so, too. But now, I'm going to tell you something, Kristine. I, too, have something to be proud and happy about.
I don't doubt that, but what is it you mean? Shh.
Not so loud. Imagine if Torvald were to hear.
He must never, on any account. Nobody must know about it, Kristine. Nobody but you. But what is it? Come over here.
Yes, Kristine. I, too, have something to be proud and happy about. I was the one who saved Torvald's life.
Saved? How?
I told you about our trip to Italy. Torvald would have never recovered but for that.
Well, your father gave you what money was necessary.
That's what Torvald thinks. And everybody else. But Daddy never gave us a penny. I was the one who raised all the money.
You? All that money?
$1,200. 4,800 crowns. What do you say to that?
But, Nora, how was it possible? Have you won a sweepstake or something?
A sweepstake? Puh! There would have been nothing to it then.
Where did you get it from then? But what you couldn't do was borrow it.
Oh, why not?
Well, a wife can't borrow without her husband's consent.
But when it happens to be a wife with a big sense for business,
a wife who knows her way about things, then... But Nora, I just don't understand.
You don't have to. I haven't said if I did borrow the money, I might have got it some other way. I might have even got it from some admirer. Anyone as reasonably attractive as I am.
Don't be so silly.
Now you must be dying of curiosity, Kristine.
Listen to me now, Nora dear. You haven't done anything rash, have you?
Is it rash to save your husband's life?
I think it was rash to do anything without telling him.
But the whole point is that he mustn't know anything. Good heavens, can't you see? He wasn't even supposed to know how desperately ill he was. It was me that the doctors came and told his life was in danger. That the only way to save him was to go south for a while. Do you think I didn't try talking him into it at first? I began dropping hints about how nice it would be if we could take on a little trip abroad like other young wives. I wept, I pleaded, I told him he ought to show some consideration for my own condition and let me have my own way. And then I suggested he might take out a loan. But at that, he nearly lost his temper, Kristine. He said I was being frivolous, that it was his duty as a husband not to give in to those whims and fancies of mine, as I do believe he called them. Alright, I thought, somehow you've got to be saved, and it was then I found a way.
Did your husband never find out from your father that the money hadn't come from him?
No, never. It was just about that time Daddy died. I intended letting him onto the secret and asking him not to give me away, but when he was so ill, I'm sorry to say it never became necessary.
And you never confided in your husband?
Good heavens, how could you even imagine such a thing when he's so strict about such matters? Besides, Torvald is a man with a good deal of pride. It would be terribly embarrassing and humiliating for him if he thought he owed anything to me. It would spoil everything between us. This happy home of ours would never be the same again.
Are you never going to tell him?
Oh yes, someday perhaps. In many years' time, when I'm no longer as pretty as I am now. You mustn't laugh. What I mean, of course, is when Torvald isn't quite so much in love with me as he is now. When he's lost interest in watching me dance, or get dressed up, or recite. Then it might be a good thing to have something in reserve. What nonsense! That day will never come. Well, what have you got to say to my big secret, Kristine? Still think I'm not much good for anything? One thing, though, it's meant a lot of worry to me. It hasn't always been easy to meet my obligations when time came. You know, in business, there's something called quarterly interest and other things called installments. And these things are always terribly difficult to cope with. So, what I've had to do is save a little here and there, wherever I could. I couldn't really save anything out of the housekeeping because Torvald has to live in a decent style. I couldn't let the children go about badly dressed either. I felt any money I got for them had to go on them alone. Such sweet little things.
Poor Nora. So it all had to come out of your own allowance?
Of course. After all, I was the one it concerned most. Whenever Torvald gave me money for new clothes and such like, I never spent more than half. And always bought the simplest and cheapest things. It's a blessing most things look well on me, so Torvald never noticed anything. But sometimes I did feel it was a bit hard, Kristine, because it's nice to be well-dressed, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is.
I have had some other sources of income, of course. Last winter, I was lucky enough to get quite a bit of copying to do, so I shut myself up every night and sat and wrote through to the small hours of the morning.
Oh, sometimes I was tired. So tired.
But it was tremendous fun all the same. Sitting there, working and earning money like that, it was almost like being a man.
And how much have you been able to pay off like this?
Well, I can't tell exactly. It's not easy to know where you are with transactions of this kind, you understand? All I know is I've paid off as much as I could scrape together. Many's the time, and I'm at my wit's end. Then I used to sit here and pretend that some rich old gentleman had fallen in love with me.
What gentleman?
Oh, rubbish. And that now he had died, and when they opened his will, there in big letters were the words, "My entire fortune is to be paid over immediately and in cash to charming Mrs. Nora Helmer."
But my dear Nora, who is this man?
Oh, good heavens, don't you understand? There never was any old gentleman. It was just something I used to sit here pretending time and time again when I didn't know where to turn next for money. But it doesn't make much of a difference as far as I'm concerned. The old boy can do what he likes. I'm tired of him. I can't be bothered anymore with him or his will, because now all my worries are over. Oh God, what a glorious thought. Kristine, no more worries. Just think of being without a care in the world. Just being able to romp with the children and making the house nice and attractive and having things just as Torvald likes to have them. And then spring will soon be here and blue skies, and then maybe we can go away somewhere. I might even see something of the sea again. Oh, yes. When you're happy, it is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, there's the bell. Perhaps I'd better go.
No, do stay, please. I don't suppose it's for me. It's probably somebody for Torvald. Excuse me, madam, but there's a gentleman here that wants to see Mr. Helmer, and I didn't quite know because the doctor is in there. Who is the gentleman?
It's me, Mrs. Helmer.
You, what is it? What do you want to talk to my husband about?
Bank matters, in a manner of speaking. I work at the bank, and I hear your husband is to be the new manager.
So, it's
just routine business matters, Mrs. Helmer. Absolutely nothing else.
Well then, please, go into his study.
Thank you.
Nora, who was that man? His name is Krogstad. So, it really was him. Do you know the man? I used to know him a good many years ago. He was a solicitor's clerk in our district for a while. Yes, so he was. How he's changed. His marriage wasn't a very happy one, I believe. He's a widower now, isn't he? With a lot of children. There, it'll burn better now. He does a certain amount of business on the side, they say? Oh, yes, it's always possible. I just don't know, but let's not think about business. It's all so dull. Yeah, right.
No, Torvald, I won't intrude. I'll just look in on your wife for a moment. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm afraid I'm intruding here as well.
No, not at all. Dr. Rank, Mrs. Linde.
Ah, a name I've often heard mentioned in this house. I believe I came past you on the stairs as I came in. I have to take things slowly going upstairs. I find it rather a trial. Some little disability somewhere, eh? Just a bit run down, I think, actually. Is that all? Then I suppose you've come to town for good rest, doing the rounds of the parties?
I have come to look for work.
Is that supposed to be some kind of Soverlay remedy for being run down?
One must live, Doctor.
Yes, it's generally thought to be necessary.
Come, Dr. Rank. You are quite as keen to live as anybody.
Quite keen, yes, as miserable as I am. I am quite ready to let things drag on as long as possible, as my patients are the same. Even those with moral affliction are no different. As a matter of fact, there's a bad case of that kind in talking with Helmer at this very moment.
Whom do you mean?
A person called Krogstad. Nobody you would know. He's rotten to the core. But he even began talking about having to live, as though something were terribly important.
Oh, and what? Did he want to talk to Torvald alone?
I honestly don't know. All I heard was something about the bank.
I didn't know that this Mr. Krogstad had anything to do with the bank.
Oh yes, he's got some kind of job down there. I wonder if you've got people in your part of the country too who go rushing around sniffing out cases of moral corruption and then installing the individuals concerned in a nice well-paid jobs where they can keep them under observation. Some decent people have to be content to stay out of that cold.
Yet surely it's the sick who most need to be brought in.
Well, there we have it. It's that attitude that's turning society into a clinic. Why are you laughing at that? Do you know in fact what society is?
What do I care about your silly old society? I was laughing about something quite different. Something frightfully funny. Tell me, Dr. Rank, are all the people who work at the bank dependent on Torvald now?
Is that what you find so frightfully funny?
Never you mind. Yes, it really is terribly amusing to think that Torvald now has power over so many people. Dr. Rank, what about a little macaroon?
Look at this, eh? Macaroons? Oh, I thought they were forbidden here.
Yes, but these are some that Kristine gave me.
What?
Now, you needn't be alarmed. You weren't to know that Torvald had forbidden them. He's worried in case they ruin my teeth, you know? Still, what's it matter once in a while? Don't you think so, Dr. Rank? Here. And you too, Kristine. And I shall have one as well. Just a little one, or two at the most. Really, I am so happy. There's just one little thing I'd like to do now.
What's that?
Something I'd love to say in front of Torvald.
Then why can't you?
No, I daren't. It's not very nice.
Not very nice? Well, in that case, it might not be wise, but to us, I don't see why. Tell us, what is this you would love to say in front of Helmer?
I would simply love to say, damn!
Are you mad?
Good gracious, Nora.
Say it! Here he is! Shh.
Well, Torvald dear, did you get rid of him?
Yes, he's just gone.
Let me introduce you. This is Kristine, who just arrived in town.
Kristine? You must forgive me, but I don't think I know.
Mrs. Linde, Torvald dear. Kristine Linde.
Ah, indeed. A school friend of my wife's, presumably.
Yes, we were girls together. Fancy, Torvald, she's come all this long way just to have a word with you.
How was that?
Well, it wasn't really. The thing is, Kristine is terribly clever at office work, and she's frightfully keen on finding a job with some efficient man so that she can learn even more.
Very sensible, Mrs. Linde.
And then, when she heard you had been made bank manager, there was a bit in the paper about it. She set off at once. Torvald, please, will you try and do something for Kristine? Won't you, for my sake?
Well, that's not altogether impossible. You are a widow, I presume?
Yes.
And you've had some experience in business?
A fair amount.
Well, it's quite probable I can find you a job, I think.
There, you see?
You have come at a fortunate moment, Mrs. Linde.
Oh, how can I ever thank you?
Not a bit. But for the present, I must ask you to excuse me.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Don't be long, Torvald dear.
No more than an hour, that's all.
Are you leaving too, Kristine?
Yes, I must go and see if I can't find myself a room.
Perhaps we can all walk down the road together.
What a nuisance we are so limited for space here. I'm afraid it just isn't possible. Oh, you mustn't dream of it. Goodbye, Nora dear, and Thanks for everything. Goodbye for the present, but you'll be coming back this evening, of course. And you too, Dr. Rank?
If I'm up to it.
What's that? If you're up to it, of course you'll be up to it. Just wrap yourself up well.
Yes, for sure.
What? Wait! Mommy! It's back! Mommy! Come in! Mommy! Oh, my sweet little darlings! You see them, Kristine? Aren't they lovely?
Yes. Don't stand here chattering in this drought.
Come along, Mrs. Linde. The place now becomes unbearable for anybody except mothers.